that. I have a feeling, you know, White Lightning's really going to want to choose levels where he has complete control and less platforms ultimately, because that gives opposition too many options.
He's gonna want to go somewhere where he can stand back and kind of control from afar.
Yeah, when he has those Din's fires out, I mean, constantly just waiting for you, absolutely terrifying, absolutely terrible. But Kirby might be able to manipulate his way through those pretty easily. So I guess, you know, time's going to tell for a lot of this, and we'll see what ends up happening.
Yeah, Smash is kind of an interesting game because unlike a lot of fighting games, the stage really does matter.
Sure.
And it looks like they went to FD. I think they might have randomed. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out for Bearsplosion. I would think that this would be in Zelda's favor, a little bit, but not too much. Kirby's not too bad on FD at all.
Yeah.
And he's going to be able to combo fine.
He's capitalizing on moving extremely well. So he's fast. He can react out of a lot of his moves extremely quickly, and especially, I mean, popping in with his B moves is sort of in and out. It's probably frustrating for Zelda because there's a less linear approach, which works in her favor.
Yeah, one thing Bearsplosion needs to be careful about is that he doesn't want to sit on the other side of the stage too much, because once Zelda has those fireballs out, she immediately gets more stage control. There's more places on the app. There's more places on the map where Bearsplosion can't safely go. And so he wants to basically be on top of Zelda all the time. And when he does that, it's going to be a lot harder for White Lightning to really get those fireballs out and play his own game.
Yeah. And I'm still terrified looking at, you know, a White Lightning's ability to control the teleport extremely well. He knows exactly where he's going with this kind of thing. And it depends how well this Kirby's going to be able to read that kind of stuff. I don't know if they've had any prior experiences in matches together, but he's going to have to know that she can move very freely about the stage.
Definitely. And another scary thing about those fireballs is if you run into them, you're going to get a hit, and you can get comboed out of that. But if you wait around too long, they'll explode. So if you're standing by one and the time goes off, the amount of time that it needs after she throws it out, it will explode and can actually kill you with that. Yeah. So they're very dangerous to be around. And that back throw is going to finish it off. Zelda has pretty powerful throws. I'd say her back throw is probably the best kill move. Kirby, I don't think is really much of a kill throw, but he does have his down throw is really good for
to combo into something to kill.
Yeah, either comboing or tech chasing. So
that's fair. That's fair. If you can get her off stage, I know one of her weaknesses, despite her teleportation, is if you can help. That's ruthless.
Wow, really early death there due to bad DI on that one.
Yeah, and if you can pop her off stage, that's going to be his best bet, is getting her off the side and just sort of chasing her out of the blast zone.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, once she's back on the stage, she'll stay there for a while. So
yeah, and he finally, and just like you said, once he got off stage, Bearsplosion didn't have too hard of a time getting back air and just finishing him off. So, nice approach right through the middle of those. He kind of threaded the needle on that one. Yeah,
it's the precision hole.
Back throw is not going to finish it quite yet. They're just a little too early on percentage. I'd say probably over 100% is when he's going to start getting that.
Yeah, dangerous coming up.
Yeah, and he might have actually got that kill, but it ran into one of his fireballs, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, a little bit of luck of the draw right there. So that's the only danger, is I've been thrown into those fireballs several times that have saved me on a couple occasions.
Yeah.
So I've having a hard time approaching. Now that she's like, you know, commanding the side over here. Oh, no. He made his way through.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of aerial control, basically weaving his way through the fireballs, which is really tough, actually.
Yeah. So Kirby's maneuverability is actually really key for doing this. If he can capitalize on his movement, he can...
Oh, an accidental pause, but I don't think White Lightning's going to...
No.
So I think the official rules is that he can lose a stock for that, but I don't think Dwight would, or White Lightning would do anything about that.
Yeah,
so.
We should be all right. See how long Kirby can live through something like this.
Yeah, and he kind of tries to stay spaced out a little bit there, but it ends up not working out for him because he gets the free fireballs out.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, it's
and there's that down throw. Yeah, but White Lightning easily just nairs loves out of it, which is kind of his go-to when he's up close.
It's a really good sort of panic move. It works extremely well.
Yeah, big wide hitbox. Not so good on top though. It does have some invincibility frames, but it is punishable if you know what you're doing. It's really hard to punish if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another Nehru's, and he
really knows when to use it.
Right. I mean, anytime that Kirby's going to get on top of him, he's going to try it. That, and he's also using the down smash when he kind of gets on top, which is a little more knockback.
Yeah.
Nair's is it's just kind of pop him up a little bit, and he can maybe get a lightning kick or something like that out of it.
Yeah, the lightning kicks are all he's going to be using to finish these off. And if he can just catch you in a down throw, I mean, he's got a lot of options to get that side A off in the air and just ruin everybody's day.
Yeah, and it's really looking like this is White Lightning's game. He's very far ahead right now. Bearsplosion's going to have to make a major comeback. He's going to have to get a quick KO to even be back in the game, really. And this back throw is probably going to finish it.
Yeah, let's take care of it. All right, goodbye.
So Bearsplosion's thinking about his counter pick. What would you go with if you were Kirby?
Shoot, man. It's tough. I mean, it's going to be, finding a way to approach her before she can, get all that kind of stuff off, and I feel that a faster character might be good. I try to bait him a lot with fireballs, shadow balls with Mewtwo, approach that way, but it's tough. I'd almost choose somebody who's going to have a little bit more, an easier time keeping Zelda away from her control. Somebody with a lot of range projectiles that are there for ammo and not damage.
Yeah.
Simply just to distract her.
Yeah. So White Lightning's going to get three bans from the stages.
Yeah.
And then Bearsplosion's going to be able to pick the stage, and then White Lightning will have to choose whether he wants to stay with his character or not, and then Bearsplosion can counterpick a character if he wants to do it that way.
Right.
So, yeah, basically, Bearsplosion gets all the advantage. He gets to pick the stage, and he gets to counterpick character. I have a feeling he might stay Kirby just because that's probably his best character. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how well he knows the rest of the cast.
Right.
But as far as stage pick goes, I would go something like Battlefield, maybe something smaller.
So give Zelda a little bit less control.
Yeah. So he goes Dreamland. This is kind of the opposite of what I was thinking.
Sure.
This is a very large stage, very big area. It's going to let Kirby recover from a lot more hits.
Yeah.
He won't die as early.
Yeah,
but I
blast
think
zones are way out there. So.
Yeah, but White Lightning is going to be able to definitely space out a little bit more. He's going to have more room to work with and kind of throw his fireballs wherever he wants, get stage control a little bit better. So we'll see how it works out for Kirby as his counter pick. Oh, wow, and a very early
Tons
kill.
of combos straight into that.
Because Kirby's so floaty, he actually dies off the top a lot faster than like a fastball character would.
Think about that. Even
So
the Sky Zone is way huge on this stage.
So basically, weight actually matters for hitting off the side. So somebody like Bowser, DK, those guys are really big, have a really high weight, but floatiness actually matters when you're calculating if they're going to die off the top or not.
Right.
So even somebody really heavy like DDD will die really early off the top because he's so floaty.
I almost feel that he needs to play slightly more defensively than he is. He's going in for a lot of offensive attacks, and unfortunately Zelda has too many counters to that, and he needs to wait for openings.
I think that's definitely true. He might be approaching a little unsafe, but he also can't just sit back and let White Lightning take control with fireballs.
That's true as well too. Yeah. See if she can slip up somehow. Because as it stands,
he looks very, very comfortable on this stage, and I think he's knows the matchup a little bit better than last time.
Yeah.
But Bearsplosion, I mean, he's by no means out of the game.
No.
He's just White Lightning is definitely taking an early lead here, though.
Yeah.
Almost a full 2 stocks at this point. And there's the down throw. He tries to go for the up smash, but it's just a little bit too slow. And there you can see he actually punished the Nehru's. One of the first times I've seen him actually punish that.
Yeah.
So that's good. Maybe he's finally getting the timing down a little bit for that, or it might have also just been luck of the draw on that.
Right. No, this is
throwing out a down smash. So
this is going to be a tough call, man. Dwight's got a lot of advantages right now, and it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for Bearsplosion right now.
Yeah, the big problem is Zelda's able to come back from this pretty well unless he pops out to the side and really pursues heavily, which is going to be very difficult at this point.
And what just happened right there is what I was talking about earlier. The fireball was thrown out, and since it lasted so long without hitting anything, it exploded. And actually, since it was so big, it had a huge blast radius and killed Kirby off the top.
That knockback just takes care of everything.
So Bearsplosion finally gets a kill, but he's down 3 stocks to 1 right now. He's going to need to make a big comeback. What I would probably want to go look for in this is maybe some really quick gimps. If he can throw Zelda off and maybe hit her really far and then edge hog or something like that.
Right.
Since Zelda's up B is kind of weird, it's kind of hard to get back to the stage when you're below it a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's you'd have to do something really dire to come back in a situation like this.
This is it. Maybe.
Yeah,
Not quite.
up smash doesn't quite kill. So he did the transform because when you transform, the fireballs actually explode
instigate
without waiting for it.
Yeah,
Good stuff to Bearsplosion. He's still not out of it. He's knocked into losers.
absolutely.
And good stuff to White Lightning, so he advances into winners.